One. What's going on, guys? This is Breaking Brews, episode 15. I'm your host, Mikey, too.
And I'm your co-host, Lauren Olivia.
There it is.
That scared me a little
That
bit.
was the best. That's the best one. That was the best. That was the best. Oh, my gosh.
That was the best.
They're killing it tonight. We love it. We love it. Oh, my gosh.
Looks like you got a lot of fans out there, Mikey. We're going to need security.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. They really want that free drink. Well, what's up, guys? Man,
that made me nervous.
I was saying. Now we have a big expectations to live up to. That's awesome. Well, as you guys can tell, we have a new background.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. I mean, I've never seen marketing so pretty. These are tapestries for a business that's going to be sponsoring us here, and maybe I think the next episode or the episode that's coming out on January 6th. So this is Amardal. Mm-hmm. It is a local. It's with one of our friends, Calico and Vandal, and it's some really great extract that you guys can get. They brew it here locally with good ingredients, natural ingredients. Yeah. It's really great. It's really tasty. You know, sometimes you never know if you're going to get a good tasting and a strong extract like that, especially you never know what's in an extract. Well, it tells you exactly what's in it, so that's one thing we're really excited about.
It's great stuff. I know it has turmeric in it, dandelions,
like
a lot
real
of great
ingredients. Like it's crazy.
Real ingredients that are like very good for your health.
Very good for your body. Today we are joined by a capybara. Someone's like, "Hey, put him up on stage," and I said, "I'll do anything." We also upgraded our plants from babies to big boys.
They
girls.
grew over time.
Yeah, they our fake plants grew overnight. But yeah, no, we obviously the elephant in the room is we do not have episode 14 up right now. We're trying to solve some issues with the episode, but hopefully this week it'll be out before this episode comes out. We have a really fun episode this week. We don't particularly have a single person that we're interviewing, but we're talking about something that, I feel like we've kind of looked over since we started the podcast, and it's something that's really important. But we'll get into that a little bit later. What's new with you? I like your hair today.
Oh, thank you.
Very holiday-esque.
Yes, and I
love the sweater.
My ugly sweater for the holidays.
That's the prettiest, ugliest sweater. I wear
Thank
normal
you.
shirts like that. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Not much. Just enjoying my holiday, to be honest with you. Spending time with family.
Yeah. Oh, well, I see we have some stuff here on the table made by I guess we can consider him like our producer now.
Yeah.
He looks so producer official. You might have noticed over the past couple weeks, I've been progressively adding more and more wristbands. Well, our audio technic guy, Alex, he has been making some bracelets for us. So I have a Breaking Brews one, a Guayaki Yerba Mate, they're one of our sponsors, and a Mitra one. And I like the Mitra one because I was at Tide's Tea House this morning, and I went to the bathroom, and you know how one of their bathrooms has black lights?
Yeah.
Well, it made all the glow-in-the-dark beads glow, and I was sitting there, I was like...
I'm going to forget about it, and one day I'm going to be under a black light, and I'm going to be like, holy shit, that's awesome.
But, if you guys ever want to, support the channel... everything, if we're going to try and start selling, not for anything expensive, but we're going to try and give back and pay our audio technic guy a little bit better. And, he makes these. We're going to have some Breaking Brews ones.
And watch us we get sued by all of our sponsors.
Yeah. Well, we're going to stick with Breaking Brews ones, maybe some Mikey, some Lauren ones, see which team you're on. So we got like that Team Edward, Team Jacob thing going on. But yeah, no, it's really cool. I've been wearing mine everywhere, and they're pretty strong. They've managed to survive the holiday season.
That's
so
good.
can't
all the fighting for gifts out there on Black Friday.
All the Black Friday, Cyber Monday fights going on. No, I'm still buying for Christmas, and it's, mind you, this episode's filming on the 23rd. So
yeah. I was out shopping today. There were a lot of people out there last minute shopping. Today
I made a little extra cash, so I'm going to go finish buying a couple extra gifts for Christmas.
That's nice.
And I'm excited this year for Christmas. I got a couple gifts for a couple people, and it's been I hate waiting to give people gifts on Christmas. I remember Nick Whidden. Mm-hmm. I got him a gift, and he was out of town. And I was tripping because I wanted to give him his gift so bad, and I had to wait like 4 days. And as soon as I saw him, I had it in my car. So if I ever saw him, I'd be like, take it. And so Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to this Christmas. I got myself a lot of presents this year, you know. But it's been fun. It's been a fun couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get right into this week's episode, this week's This or That segment. We've kind of dropped it down to 2 topics per week, just so it gives us a little more time for the interviews. I try and strive to get each interview about 30 minutes or so, and recently it's been close to like 20, 23 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So getting rid of that third question, just choosing one non-Kava Kratom question and one Kava Kratom question has made it go by easier.
Yeah.
But
It's right down to nitty gritty.
yeah, we're getting a good timing. Still, Spectrum's dealing with their lag crap.
I'm tired.
You
of
would think with a I would assume billion-dollar company now, they would have this all figured out. But
Yeah.
nope, they don't. And wasn't looking to get sponsored by Spectrum, but most definitely are not
So
now.
is it still happening? Even like
I mean, from what I saw when Jake was up here testing the mic, it seemed like it was still lagging a little bit. It's not as bad, but it's nothing as bad
that's
compared to.
interesting. I need to do some research into that
Yeah,
because it should not be like 2 weeks.
3 weeks now.
Yeah,
This is going into
on
our 3rd
3.
weeks.
Yeah.
But man, maybe we'll have to have a topic about that.
Yeah.
Spectrum or DirecTV. All right. Well, we're gonna get into this. Is the first segment of our show, our first round, if you will. It's something we like to call This or That, where we take 2 topics or 2 items and we compare which we prefer, which we like better, and then we invite people from the audience to come up and kind of have a little friendly debate with us, or maybe even
Yeah.
agree with us. A lot of people agree with Lauren.
Just-
I tend to have the path not taken. But
Yeah.
this week, I chose 2 pretty good ones. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with these ones. So I am stepping away from the Christmas for This or That this week, just because it's getting a little old and getting a little
I think
repetitive.
everybody's a little tired.
Yeah,
of
I'm a
it.
little tired of Christmas. I'm excited for it, but by the time this episode airs, Christmas will be
Yeah.
over. So it's kind of a half Christmas, half getting ready for New Year's. Well, our first topic this week is going to be, which do you prefer, Powerade or Gatorade? And there is a distinct difference, they both, it was funny, someone's like, they both contain red 40 and blue dye, which is not
Perfect.
great, but hey,
Perfect.
I
That's
get all
how
that
I
red
like
40.
it.
Well, I like it. Well, what you got, Lauren?
Honestly, I have to stick with Gatorade. It's something I grew up on. It's just a familiar taste. My favorite back in the day was I think it's like Blue Glacier or something.
Ooh, or Glacier Freeze.
Yeah.
Glacier Freeze is probably the best of the.
And if I'm ever not feeling well or I need some hydration, I always like the lime. The lime's also a good one. And fruit punch, that's the basic.
It's like your Kool-Aid.
I don't think it was until just 2 years ago that I ever had a Powerade. And it was a blue one. And it was really good.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to stick to what I know.
Well, so it's kind of funny. Whenever I was younger, I played in a lot of local soccer leagues. And Gatorade wasn't as big, which is kind of weird considering we're in Florida.
Yeah.
Powerade
Gatorade's actually
was
made by
always-
UF.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, one of their students, I think, made it.
With Powerade though, I don't know. I feel like there's just a little bit more flavor to it. I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
feel like I'm drinking. Gatorade is. I don't even know how to explain Gatorade, but Gatorade kind of has
It's
that.
a little light.
Yeah. But with Powerade, you get that.
You get all the blue.
I don't know. There's just something about
dye.
it, like where after I'm done playing soccer, I chug it. I can't chug a Gatorade, but I can chug a Powerade.
Yeah.
What's good, my boy?
What's up, baby? How you
Good,
doing?
Mikey.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Sure.
I grew up with this dude. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hell yeah. I go by Biggie. My man knows me as Alice because we grew up together. Like he said, I graduated. I played JUCO basketball in Boston, and then I transferred to NAIA in Miami. So I played some
Yeah, dude.
basketball in Miami.
He's traveled, and dude's traveled. I mean, you got invited to Australia, right?
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
for
got-
a showcase. Yeah.
That's crazy. And now he's a growing musician here.
Yeah, yes sir. I'm
What-
working on my music a
Yeah,
lot.
plug yourself, bro. Go ahead. That's what this is all about.
Yeah. My name is Haveuseenbiggy on all platforms. I do underground R&B, really. I started off rapping, but, I'm more authentic to myself, and I'm
Yes,
a singing
sir.
guy. I'm a
Dude, it's
singing guy.
crazy. He's like one of the very few people that doesn't really do covers. He only does originals, which is
Yeah.
very respectable, especially nowadays where it's so easy to do covers. But he does all originals, and he
Yeah.
kills it, dude. Bro puts a show on. Bro's photogenic, looks great on camera, sounds great. You just put out a music video on YouTube, right?
I did a Christmas song.
Dude,
Yeah.
we love it. We love it. We love it.
Cranberry Sprite.
Well, that's crazy. Well, the reason we got you up here is, speaking of you being an athlete,
Yeah, what's up?
growing up, what was your choice? Would you prefer Gatorade or Powerade?
Ooh, that's so tough. Gatorade is, I feel like it's so universal, but that cold blue Powerade, fresh out the fridge, it's hard to compete with it, but I'm gonna have to say, I drank more Gatorade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like you see Gatorade everywhere. Like, it's very rare that you see Powerade sponsoring some kind of big league sports, but whenever you see the small town stuff, people usually go for Powerade. I don't know what it is, because I mean, growing up in the Space Coast, all my soccer teams were always had Powerade, always had Sunny D's.
Yeah.
I love me some Sunny D. Bro, you gotta write a song called Sunny D.
I do gotta write a song called Sunny D. We're in Florida
That would go hard.
too.
That would go hard.
Yeah, we're in Florida too. Sunny D's a good name.
So you're more of a Gatorade guy?
I'd say so. I think
Yeah.
Gatorade.
I mean, even like in high school or whatnot, we always had the Gatorade bottles. I mean, I feel like you never see Powerade bottles. I prefer Powerade just because, I don't know. So I saw here Gatorade's a little more it's sweetened with dextrose, but Powerade uses that, which everybody hates on the high fructose corn syrup, which I don't know. I like the taste of that. I don't care. I only care a little bit what goes into my body, as long as I can pronounce it. I can pronounce high fructose corn syrup.
So if you were to drink one, you're not going for the zero sugar.
Oh, God. No, sir. Not no zero sugar, bro. Here's the thing. Is my philosophy, even with, I don't drink sodas, but when I did, if you're drinking soda, bro, you might as well you're already drinking the soda. You might as well enjoy yourself. It's already going to be unhealthy whether or not you drink the diet or the regular. Just drink the regular.
Just go for it.
And it's all a psychological thing. It is no healthier. Yeah. It's just, I don't know.
It's just another way to get you to get another thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, also, okay, so on that kind of that topic, I wasn't even intending on this, but I think Pepsi owns Powerade or something like that. I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Does Pepsi own Powerade? That or it's vice versa. Oh no, Coca-Cola owns. Coca-Cola owns Powerade. Pepsi owns Gatorade, which is backwards. I thought it was the other way around. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's crazy. Pepsi owns everything. It's kind of crazy. I like watching some videos on my free time, and it's crazy how much Pepsi actually owns. But
Man,
I'm gonna be getting onto that
own it
later.
all. These big companies own it all. Bro.
It's crazy, and like Nestle owns a bunch of stuff. It's crazy how much stuff that like these companies that you think nothing about, because here in Florida we think about Nestle more about water than chocolate, but they got the chocolate company. Then they also got like pizza companies like the DiGiorno's, I think is owned by Nestle.
Really?
It's crazy. They own a whole bunch of stuff. They own Lay's.
I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
it's crazy. A whole bunch of stuff.
That is kind of crazy though.
But thanks for coming up, bro.
Of course,
I appreciate
my
it.
boy. Yes, sir.
We're going to get into our next topic. Our next topic is, which do we prefer? The Mitra Cavas or the Mitra Kratums? So what I drink all the time usually is this watermelon Kratom seltzer, but they're able to turn the Cava into seltzer and they get rid of that sediment.
I don't think I've ever had a Cava
Mitra? Really?
Ever. So I'd be curious what it tastes like.
Well, so their most popular one is either their orange dreamsicle. Literally just tastes like the popsicle.
Is it still murky looking when you pour it into a glass, or it's
I've never poured out. I wish we had them here. They don't sell the Cava ones here.
Yeah.
But I've never checked because these pour out super clear, and I feel like it would be. But I'm always gonna choose Mitra. Mitra it's always just been there. It was my first experience to create them, and it just.
I think it's a
super
well-done seltzer, to be honest with you. Even alcoholic seltzers don't taste this well.
Yeah, no, I love it, and it's crazy how much, how far Mitra's come. They have the to-go packs now, which are honestly, I mean, if you're not looking for a carbonated like how Mitras are, like regular Mitras, you can get the little to-go packets. They're like the little Propel
Yeah, I have
pour-ins.
seen those. I think they have them up there by the counter.
Yeah,
actually.
they do, and they're really good. It doesn't really taste any different, other than the fact that you feel like you don't have the bubbles. I do recommend pouring into a room temperature bottle, because if you pour it in cold, it kind of clumps up. Pour it in a room temperature water bottle, shake it up, and then cool it down.
Hi, I love your earrings.
Thank
Those
you.
are so cute. And they have, do they have little Santa hats on them? I love that. So the question of the week for the this or that segment is which would you rather? Mitra 9's Kratom Seltzer or Kava Seltzer, and why?
Taste-wise, I'd say Kratom, but I usually do Kava. I don't really drink like the teas or anything.
Okay.
So I usually do if I do a seltzer, probably the Kava one.
And so you've drank the, but you would probably do the Kava Seltzer?
Like if I were to do on a daily,
Oh,
Just
yeah.
'cause I don't drink like the teas, like the green and the
I
white.
personally never tried the Mitra 9 Kava Seltzer, but I feel like it would probably be better than most of the shells you get at a place.
Yeah.
Like at least the flavoring's already in it, and I would assume it's good because their Kratom ones are amazing.
Yeah, they have a orange dreamsicle one, and that one's my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just so hard to dilute down Kava to where you can actually taste the flavor of other things. I think that's mostly why they use creamer, because
Yeah.
it's honestly it's so thick it kind of dilutes it down. But I feel like flavorings are just they're not as thick as the creamer.
Yeah. Have you done the dark matter here, like this show?
I normally don't drink Kava at all.
Yeah.
I'm Kratom girly, as they know out there.
I've just been drinking the dark matter one recently, and that one's so good. It's like a
I
cinnamon
have heard it,
flavor, and
everybody loves dark matter here. I always hear
Yeah.
them ordering it. So you
good.
said it's soda flavored, or?
It's like cinnamon.
Oh, cinnamon.
Yeah.
That's
cinnamon.
cool.
I think they said nutmeg or something.
Yeah, if you're a Kava fan out there,
Yeah.
go drink the dark matter. Give it a try here at Nocturne. But thank you so
Delicious.
much for coming up here and
Of
sharing.
course. Thank you for inviting me. I was
Yeah,
finally here,
anytime.
I don't have a bedtime tonight, so.
Yeah, we're out here late.
Yes.
But thank you.
Of course.
All right, Jay, get up here.
Good brother.
Dude, we love it. We love to see it, dude. This is crazy. You're starting to get up there with Rory with appearances here.
You know what? I love
This
to
is
be
your
up here.
this is your third appearance.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I mean, I got to speak up for the band. I got to show up for you. I got to show up for the love. So it's
Dude,
all
we
together.
love it. We love it. Showing support.
Yes, yes,
Well,
yes.
so
Even
everybody knows
repping-
Jake.
By the way, and not to even cut it, but Army-Navy game, Navy took it, baby.
Let's go. Let's go.
So
Dude,
that's-
it's funny. I was actually I watched that game. I don't watch football ever, but I had to watch it. I don't know what it was about it, but
It's a historical thing.
Historical
honestly.
thing.
Like for 124 years, like of all of Navy's career, all of Army's career.
Yeah.
When it comes to the academies, I mean, you have Air Force, you have the Merchant Marines, all these other
Yeah.
guys out there. It's always the Army-Navy game every year that everyone just
everybody
always gets
tunes
hyped
in,
out.
dude.
And it's a tradition. It's the pomp and circumstance behind it.
Right.
You can rally behind the Army and Navy for the Army and Navy. And that's the one time where we can go to battle and it's worth it.
Well, I mean, so we were up here kind of talking a little bit the last couple times you're out here. I mean, did you co-host or
I stepped in on that last segment.
Yeah,
where
you
kinda
did.
Talked about my what I did with the Sea Cadets.
Yes.
Yep.
So you get around, you have a lot of influence towards a lot of the younger generation. Being, it takes a lot of athletic ability to pass a lot of those boot camps. So if you were put back through boot camp again, which would you be more likely to drink, Powerade or Gatorade?
That's really
Replenish-
funny. That's a perfect question, actually. For a person that does get out into the athletic world and stuff like that, and aside from all the other things I've done athletically, like I hate PT.
Yeah.
I hate working out. I hate the gym. You can be like that person that says, "Hey, let's come to the gym, lift some weights or whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, nope, sorry,
I'm
not
good.
gonna."
If it's those sitting exercises, I kill it at those, but
Like,
my legs look
I'm
amazing.
just not here for it. Like my wife, she asked me one time. She's like, "Hey, you should come with me to CrossFit." She's all about this CrossFit thing now, and I'm like,
CrossFit sounds like the most unenjoyable thing in the world.
"I'm like, are you sure you want me to do this?" She's
CrossFit
like,
or
"Yes."
cross-country running.
And she was like, "Yes, I really want you to do this." Not to negate the question, but I said, "Okay, fine. I'll do the CrossFit thing with you, but I swear, if it doesn't go the way you expect it, don't get mad at me." So I attend with her.
All right.
I did all the workouts. Boom, got them over with.
So what is? I probably blanked out when you answered. Is it Gatorade or Powerade?
It's definitely a Gatorade.
Gatorade.
The Gatorade goes all day.
Here's the thing: is I feel like Gatorade's more nostalgic. I don't know, like you see Gatorade everywhere.
I like the variety, honestly.
Plus,
The
there's
fact
no
that I have-
Powerade commercials. There's all these Gatorade
I
commercials.
I have so many different flavors I can choose from. My favorite is the Arctic Glacier. Or
Dude,
the,
yeah, the Glacier Freeze.
Or the
It's Arctic free, or it's Arctic
It's the white one.
Arctic Blue and Glacier Freeze.
Glacier Freeze, yeah.
I
What's
like
that?
Glacier Freeze. It's the
that
turquoise one.
It's that one. I like the white one too. It's like a cherry.
White cherry or wild cherry or white cherry.
Yeah, like those are the ones like I hold on to.
I feel like
that taste
Powerade
good.
really only has like the two main flavors. You got the
and
blue
blue.
raspberry and the fruit punch, and then they have a purple one that not many people talk about. But the purple one's good. It's just grape.
I mean, they really think about that. Do you want the red pill or the blue pill?
Yeah, Morpheus over here.
But really for Powerade's sake. But and bringing that up, I did not realize. And it's interesting because you think about like all the different flavors that Coke comes out with and all the different things that Coke has versus all the opposites of Pepsi. And most people go, "Hey, I prefer Coke over Pepsi."
Yeah, I
to
bet
know
they
that
have.
they're
Yeah.
flip-flopped, it's like, oh,
Well, once
okay,
that
Pepsi, you did it right.
once Pepsi came out with that Baja Blast or Taco Bell did, they really took the market there.
That
Because
was it.
well, I remember every summer it was like Mountain Dew would release, like they would be like, which would you prefer to have the rest of the year, this one or this one? And there was one, it was like a black can with purple and green letters. Then there was the Baja Blast, and then there was the watermelon berry, and it's crazy. The patriotic one, it was crazy. They were coming out flavors every single year, and then eventually they realized Baja Blast is just so popular.
They
Make
bottled
it year round. Yeah, they
Yep.
bottled it, canned it, and it's available all year round now, anywhere you want. I remember I used to be pissed because whenever I drank soda, that was my favorite soda. And I didn't particularly like Taco Bell until I was in college, and I realized I could appreciate it more.
No, Baja Blast is definitely the top win. But yeah, as far as the Gatorade options, like I lean toward that. Now, the only one that they really messed up on, and my daughter did it, is the cucumber melon.
Ooh. I
not-
love cucumber anything.
I-
It was a
not-
Mountain Dew?
No, it's the cucumber melon Gatorade. They really messed up on that one. Not the best taste in the world.
I have to look that up, see if I can't find some. Dude, I want to try it now. I'm kind of
Not
curious.
the best. Like of all their flavors, they've got everything else right.
If it
but
has
that was
cucumber in
the
it, bro, I'll drink anything.
It's just, you like it's the way it tastes. It hits you with the cucumber first, and then like you get this weird little slide taste, and then the lemon right behind it at the very end. And it's not like the right blend of flavor.
Well, so Russian Sprite, I think I've talked about it on the podcast before. Russian Sprite's illegal to sell in America because of obviously the Russian-Ukraine thing.
Okay.
But it's a cucumber Sprite. Oh, it's so good.
You know what's really so I've been overseas and like we've had what we call, and I may be politically correct about this, but we called it exactly. We're politically correct because we called it Durka Sprite. I'm sorry, but on the ship we got this, and they were in the little short cans, and all the writing on them was in Arabic of some kind.
Yeah.
But it's not the same taste as like our
Oh, not at all,
Sprite.
because of the preservatives in it.
It's sweeter.
They use
tastes
probably
better.
natural sugar cane, and
Like, if I could get cans of it,
that's
sent
why I love.
here,
That's why I love Mexican Coke, because Mexican Coke uses that pure cane sugar, and they don't put a lot of preservatives in it.
I'd go for it all day. Like the way that things taste better around the world, I feel like we just got gypped on America.
You ever been to? Excuse me. You ever been to Epcot? Epcot has the Coke store from around the world.
Yep.
And that's where I tried. That's the only place you can get Russian Sprite in America. But you're not allowed to put it in a bottle, and you're not allowed to take it outside the building because of the whole Ukraine thing, which
It's a
understandably.
worldly
But I just,
situation.
well, okay. So I've talked about this on the podcast before, but you weren't around. Do you know how Fanta was started?
No.
It's crazy. Fanta was created by the Nazis. And you know how? So during World War II,
You piqued my interest.
so during World War II, Coca-Cola had bottling factories, and the largest buyer of Coca-Cola products in the entire world was the Nazi Party, because they would use it to brainwash children. The
Okay,
kids, they would
yes.
give it to them because, like back then,
between that and
sugar.
chocolate.
Yeah, that was sugar. But once they got a word of that, like, because you used to be able to send a bottle of Coke or pay $1 and send a Coke to the men and women of the services.
Yes.
I guess it was just men of the services then. But you could send a Coke to a troop in overseas.
It's like their new
And
thing
once
that they did
they
with
once they saw that,
the Bacardi.
yeah, and so once they saw that,
Crown, I'm sorry,
they
Crown.
shut down they shut down all the bottling facilities, and out of spite, they used all the all the stuff they had. They couldn't produce Coke, so they took all the rotten vegetables that were rotting because they couldn't get anything imported because of everything, and they combined it all together in one big juice, and they turned it into something called Fanta. And Fanta was created by the Nazis. So
But yet we use Fanta as like if it's a Spanish.
yeah. It's because it just did really well in those countries afterwards.
Interesting.
But fun little factoid is Hitler pretty much created Fanta. But
Now we as a world gonna have to boycott it.
Yeah, boycott it, bro. Hey, cancel culture. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming up here. Fill some
Of
time
course,
for us.
all the time, every time. You know, we're making things move with the band.
Yes,
I
sir.
know a lot of people
Jake,
are questioning
Jake
about what we
was
got going on.
instrumental in playing the drums in our newest song, Father Figure, which is out on all streaming platforms. You can find YouTube, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify, anything.
We're about to blow up the new year, so as soon as January 1st hits,
Yeah, getting all these new songs.
Nice to Meet You is going to take off.
Woo! All right, good stuff,
Hey,
Jake.
as
Good to see
always,
ya.
man.
All right, we're going to get into our next round. This is round 2. We do a little segment every single week called Inner Brews, where we interview somebody. But this week, I am changing up the title because we're going to be talking a little bit more about Kratom. So this is kind of a test segment for a little short we're going to be creating for the channel. So we're going to have the Breaking Brews, which is every single week on Fridays and Mondays. Then every 2 weeks, we're going to do Breaking Bites, where I teach Lauren, and we bring on special guests to teach Lauren how to cook flavorful but affordable food. But the next thing,
For the first episode.
yeah, wait till you see that. But another little mini series we're going to be creating is called Behind the Brews, where we usually will be brewing. I'll be teaching whoever I have on as my guest how to brew, and you can brew in close to 30 minutes. And then on top of that, we'll be interviewing them while they do it. But this week, this is actually technically the first person we ever interviewed.
Yeah.
Months ago, like 4 or 5 months ago, and it was kind of the guinea pig test run to see how the podcast structure would go, and we decided that it would work the way that we do it now. So, without further ado, we're going to be having Mr. Josh Dalton get up here.
Yes,
We're really
our
excited about
man.
that. Woo. Well, young man, here, Lauren, hand him over your mic.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Alrighty. Oops. Well, go ahead and introduce yourself. You can plug you and your music page.
Okay. Well, I am Josh, but most people refer to me as Joshy, and I also have my Instagram, Josh Dalton, but also my music is Anomalistic Horizons, and I have an Instagram for that as well. Been releasing multiple singles and stuff as well, and
Very
definitely-
music-driven episode. We had
Yeah.
we had Biggie and we had Jake and we have you now.
For my segment, too.
Oh goodness
Yeah.
gracious!
Yeah.
Well, Josh was our, like I said, was our guinea pig interview the first time, and in the camera footage. I mean, the camera footage, actually, I still have it. It's really good quality, but, now that we've structured each episode like this, originally we were going to be doing this for the first and third segment, and the middle was going to be a cutaway where we just put in an interview. But I thought, since we're doing it live, we might as well always just bring the people up live. But he surprised me tonight, and he said he was going to be here, and I saw him, and it was really awesome.
Snuck up on him.
But, yeah, he did. He really snuck up on me. It was crazy. I didn't expect it. Like, my eyes was like, whoa. But, yeah, so I'm really excited. We're going to be talking today. It's something I feel like, I don't know why I haven't purposely been doing it, but
Yeah.
talking about what the different effects of each of the strains of Kratom are. But we're also going to be getting to know you in the process. So
Let's go.
our first question is what is green Kratom and what does it do effects-wise?
Ooh, so the green strain kratom for me is really my go-to in like the afternoon. Something that I don't want to get that early kick. Like I'll start off the day with white and get like more of that energy going. And I don't know, green to me has always been like a neutral. I don't get much of an energy off of it, but
Yeah.
it's just like it
Oh, yeah.
keeps my focus intact.
Really helps.
And it helps like just get
It's
the
like
rest of
the
that afternoon
kava,
out.
the
Yeah.
kava of the Kratom.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because like,
Green is always my go-to.
well, so like for me, anytime I'm coming out here for the show, I always have a green, or if I'm hanging out with people, like I have a big group of people, I always have a green because it allows me to kind of relax, mellow out a little bit, and because I don't know, I get really tense after because it's just usually long days, really early days to really late days, and I just want to relax. And sometimes, I can't like just sit and relax. Everybody who knows me knows I'm very high energy, and it just helps me kind of.
It's not something that's going to keep you up all night either.
Oh my gosh, that's always a hard thing to deal with. Oh, hello, Kate. Kate's bringing up a drink.
Yay! Hi, Kate.
Hello. I will take a water as well. Josh, would you like? Very good.
I'll have what Lauren's having. I'll have exactly what Lauren got.
Okay, you got it? It's green tea, is that okay?
Perfect. We were just talking about green tea, so
So
that your timing impeccable.
Yep. You got it. Well, perfect. Yeah, no. So I don't know, Lauren. That's Lauren's favorite drink, bro. We were talking about Sunny D earlier, but this is really the Sunny D of Kratom. She got the solar flare. It's got
Lauren.
let's see if I can read it from here. It's got orange, raspberry, and mimosa.
Yeah,
It's like it's an orange raspberry mimosa-esque concoction, as they put it.
And honestly, Kate the other day did like she put strawberry in it. It was amazing. Like I think it was
adding
even
a little
better than the
strawberry to anything.
raspberry.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Well, so with the green,
Yeah.
it really is just the social drink or whatever. Like I feel like it's the if you're gonna compare it to the alcohol, it's the beer of
I
the
feel like
Oh,
it
yeah.
gets me talking.
yeah.
Like I'm not done.
No, it's definitely the drink for a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so on the green, what are some other things that you do to relax? So it seems like you have music, you do a lot of events. What is your way to enjoy yourself? What brings you a lot of fun and relaxation?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, besides the music and really just getting out and being with friends and everything. The kava community and of course the past and everything that I've like.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I can make a whole podcast on that alone, but everything that I've been through in life and what the kava community has brought to me, it's just like this is the place to be. Like this.
Oh, yeah.
It's all home. It's all family. We're all such a big support to each other because we're all going through stuff, and so I think that's what makes the kava community just
Dude,
awesome. And it's unwinding because you feel like you're in a safe place.
Oh yeah, and it doesn't feel like you're a nuisance. Like anytime
Yeah.
you're going through something, there's always somebody to listen. And the way how easy it is to make friends here is insane.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go on to our next question. So, or the next of the three strains is we have red. So now, what is red? What is the red strain used for?
Ooh, so red is definitely my go-to for winding down. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And also, of course, pain as well.
Yeah.
So being
That's what I use it for.
Yeah, being one that has a severely herniated lower back disc and then also a herniated neck disc. Cold weather, especially like this winter.
I mean, carrying
my
the entire
gosh.
weight of the music industry on your back's got to be a lot of strain on
Yeah,
you.
and all the bingo events.
Oh, my back.
Spinning the hamster wheel is it's strenuous.
He's got whiplash. Bingo. Where?
Yeah. So I yeah. So and if I'm feeling like that where I need that pain relief in the morning, then I will definitely do like the white red.
I mean, my claim to fame for red kratom is the fact that when I was in my accident, I only drank red tea and took over-the-counter medicine. I didn't take any prescription meds. I'm one of those people I believe medicine works, but I don't want to be relying on it. So I took things like your Tylenol, your acetaminophen, but then on pretty much the daily, I was just drinking red kratom to help alleviate that extra pain that I got. And it really does work. Like some people think, oh, it just sounds like some kind of placebo. Whenever I started drinking it, I had no idea it was meant for pain.
Yeah.
So that's how I know it's not a placebo, is like I just drank it because someone told me to drink this and it tasted good. Yeah. And I realized like, wow, I'm not feeling a lot of pains. And I was like, what's up with that? Someone's like, oh, it's really good for pain relief. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's something I'd recommend to especially a lot of the older clientele that come in.
Oh, absolutely.
But I mean, red is something that's really good for that pain relief. It's good for, simmering down for the night. What else? I mean, you seem to be pretty athletic yourself. You seem to be you go to the gym a lot. I know some people will drink a mix of white and red, almost like a pre-workout, and it'll help them afterwards. Hey, come on, Kate, come on.
Oh, yes, here we go. Yay.
We love it. We
Thank
love
you
it.
so much, Kate.
Boom.
Kate is amazing. Shout out. Love you.
You want your capybara back?
I would say Mikey, I've actually never personally done the pre-workout.
I don't like
kratom.
pre-workout.
I've never got into pre-workout.
I don't work out. I don't like working out.
For me, it's really just L-arginine, protein,
Yeah.
creatine. That's basically
Yeah.
like my pre-workout.
Okay. Well, like I said, I mentioned white a little bit. A lot of people like to use that white tea to kind of give them that boost. So what would you say on that? What is the best that that white is good for?
Waking up.
Waking up. It's people that, like if you're going to the dentist, they're like, hey, you got to cut back on coffee. I think white kratom is a good alternative. It's just something about it. It's kind of hard to explain because it's all chemically.
Yeah. Well, you
Sure.
mentioned that, and that's actually, I have been coffee free now actually for a couple weeks.
Really?
I got through my whole like headache crash. It was like 2 days. It was miserable, but then just focused on just doing white tea in the morning.
Yeah.
And yeah, now that I finally came over to the other side of the caffeine withdrawal, it's definitely
Well,
been a lot
Lauren and
better.
I, we both like collectively agree. We really don't like coffee. I don't get it. I don't like the taste of it, and I've tried adding flavorings to it. It does not make it better, but I can add whatever I want to a kratom. Well, okay, I don't like Red Bull. Lauren, that's a Lauren thing, but I'm more of a Celsius guy because that's also tea. I mean, it might be tea extract, but it's tea nonetheless.
Yeah, it'd be rain for me for the energy drink.
You like rain?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was never on the energy drink train. Like, I mean, I was even talking to Lauren a couple episodes back, and is never on the Monster train.
Honestly,
never
I
on the
got
Red Bull
off of it
train.
a long time ago, but then somebody I've been hanging around with a lot has been like drinking my favorite Red Bull, and they got me hooked back on it. And I was like,
Yeah?
no.
Well, I know they have
it took
a-
me a while to get like off of it.
Yeah, they have a
No,
lot of
that's
flavors
fine.
now. I mean, I remember it used to just be that one flavor, and you had the zero sugar one and just the regular,
Yeah.
and now they got a bunch of flavors. But something, I know I need a lot of energy. I do a lot of events throughout the week, and I do a lot just of talking and being me, which is very draining. But you're also in the event field. What are some of the events you do, and where do you do them at?
So yeah, every Thursday I'm doing bingo, and I switch up between Pauhana and Kraken.
Yeah.
And then every other Wednesday doing the open mic at Pauhana as well. I was doing some fill-ins at Kraken.
Yeah.
And stuff, but
And one of our regulars, Sydney, she
oh yeah,
yeah.
Sydney, yeah, no,
We love
love
Sydney.
her, yeah.
she's such a character. Like, she is the ideal person, like the ideal friendly face person that comes up to you, introduces herself to you. I love it. I love people like that are just so warm and inviting. That's what we need a lot of in this community.
Oh yeah.
But how did you get started doing events like that? Like, how did you get that that ability to do these events?
I think just coming into the Kava community in, what was it, late, 2022.
Wow.
So yeah, it was like October 8th actually, because it was the Artifice concert, and then that's when I invited Josh Dole. That's when I first met him.
Yeah.
To go to that, and then that's when he's like, "Hey, you ever heard of Kava?" And I'm like, "I've seen the bars, but I've never been in them. I've been curious about it." And so then we went over to Island Root EGAD, and then I was like, had my first, shell and
That's crazy.
green nitro and a mitra.
Dude,
oh
hey,
my
yeah,
gosh! I was just like, I'm driving to the concert, and I'm like, oh, I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling good right now.
I
Euphoric?
was actually like driving too.
Yeah. So, that was funny. But with that, getting into the scene, had a lot of stuff happen in life.
Getting yourself into the
so
community.
I was very, very real with people, very transparent with people, but willing to also hear their journey and their stories. And so it became where
That's one
it
thing I
became
had to
a
learn.
familiar face.
Yeah.
At multiple Kava bars, and then of course Pauhana was like my home Kava bar from
Yeah.
grand opening. I live literally 5 minutes from there, so it's I'm always there. And
Oh, yeah.
so
That's a great place.
got to meet Kay, Tyler, and then
Yeah.
one day I just got an Instagram DM
That's
from
awesome.
Kay, or maybe even a text, but basically just asking, hey, you want to host bingo? I think you'd be perfect. And I was like,
Dude, yeah, that's all you gotta do. It's like, you have to go into it. It's, you have to go into the community with the right mindset. Like, you don't go into the Kava community expecting to get something out of it. Like,
No.
you go into it, meet people, introduce yourself to a bunch of people, talk to as many people as you can, man, because
Yeah.
everybody's got a story. Like, I'll talk to anybody, anybody that ever wants to sit down and have a conversation, I love that kind of stuff, dude. Getting to see where people come from, because everybody's got something cool to talk about. Like, I mean, you have such an interesting life. Like, it's crazy how much you do. Like, you do it all. And I thought like I had a busy schedule, and you're go.
Yeah.
You're the
and
living
being a
embodiment.
full-time single dad. It's tough too.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You always find time for like what you're passionate about.
Yeah, and I mean, seriously, you are an amazing dad. Like, it's crazy to see. It's crazy to see that you're still able to make time for your family and be able to do the things you love, which a lot of people feel like you have to sacrifice either being a family guy or, doing the things you enjoy. But you've proven that you can do both.
Yeah, no, and really,
it can't be easy, but you still make a way to make it happen.
And the nice thing is you can find that common ground to build that relationship too. Like, I do that with my daughter. Like, she feels comfortable in the kava bars too.
Yeah.
Being 15, it's neat because she's even had people like come talk to her, get to know her, and it makes it even better. It makes it
have like very good intentions at any kava bar and are just curious about everybody there and want to get to know everyone.
Yeah. And let's see. Okay. I am really happy to see that, like, you really have, I've known you for about a year now, maybe a little less than a year. Like, I've known of you for a long time. Like, I've always seen you in the community.
Been watching me, I know.
Yeah, I've been watching you from the shadows, going to see. Trying to make sure this guy is not crazy. Yeah. It really started, it was the one day you were like, you invited me out to the open mic, and we just sat there and talked for a couple hours, and I showed up. I was the first person to go on, and I just stayed and talked with you in between people going up and you introducing people, and I was like, this guy's legit. Like, sometimes it really is hard to find some people that really purely have good intentions. Like, there's no ulterior motive. They just want to meet somebody. They want to talk to you. And it didn't feel forced. It didn't feel like you were like, oh my gosh, shut up. Like, shut up already. You just genuinely wanted to get to know me, which a lot of time in my life, I've always been the person that people kind of took advantage of because they knew I would do anything to help them, or like I would just be there to listen or whatnot. But it took me a long time to learn how to actually listen well. Like, people would realize they thought I was super good at listening, and they'd be like, man, this guy does not shut up. Yeah. But now, especially now, a lot of people have kind of taken advantage of my kindness, and I've finally been aware of it. For a long time, I was very naive, and being surrounded by people truly that are true friends, everybody like, hey dude, careful, this seems like this guy's kind of, taking advantage of you, or this girl, she seems like she's just trying to, just.
I think that's a lesson everybody has to learn in their lifetime.
Oh yeah.
I think we all just try and do the best for ourselves and everybody else surrounding us. You want the best for them, so you're willing to give up a piece of yourself in order for them to be happy.
Oh yeah. Well, Josh, is there anything? What's new? What's coming up next for you? What's you got any releases coming out?
So I am working on one.
Okay.
And so I still have to just record the vocal track on it.
Yeah.
I was super excited how it's all turned out so far. It's just one of those, you get those songs that just come together, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's got a good groove. It's a different effect. So it's got a different just sound to it that's different for me, but it keeps it all in the same parameters of what Anomalistic Horizons is, which is different.
I'm always glad you're always hit me up. You're always like, dude, listen to this, or we go into your car and we just blast the music, and it's amazing. Seriously, with your music, I listen to music that I enjoy, and then there's music I listen to, and I just feel it in my body. I feel the music, and I feel the passion that goes into it, and you really do. You got a talent. And it's crazy, you have such a good following in the kava community. It really, I feel like it transfers over well. People love listening to your music, and you played a lot in between open mics, in between performers that go up. And it's nice to see someone with the passion that I feel like I have for music, and you've been at it. You've been keeping at it.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you coming up here talking to us and helping break
for
down
having
for the
me.
folks
Always.
at home.
Having you.
Yeah,
Always great talking with him.
God, I love Josh. I mean, if you guys follow the Nice to Meet You official Instagram, you'll see Alex, Josh, Jen, and I. We went to Tampa, St. Pete, Ybor City, and we just toured some kava bars. It's always fun, just getting to travel with him because he's just an overall great dude. Well, we're gonna get into our last segment. We're getting to that point of the episode.
Tonight.
This is round 3. This is the part of the show we like to call Breaking Barriers, where we break down that barrier between podcast hosts and just members of the community ourselves. We don't hold ourselves to any particular stature. We don't act like we're better than anybody else. And that's the thing I hate about podcasts is these people get this Napoleon complex where they think they're some celebrity and they deserve attention or some kind of respect. And that's just... It's so far from the truth. You shouldn't expect anything like that. I mean, we're no different. We're no better than anybody else out there. We all struggle. We all have our own issues going on. Yeah, and we just want to invite you guys into our lives, and that's what this whole segment's about. Is just talking to you about personal stuff, like things that go on, what we do in our free time, our troubles, our tribulations, all our good things. But this is where we get to connect one-on-one with us. So. I'm going to go first. I've been talking a lot about little fun facts that I've learned about businesses, and there is a channel that I watch on YouTube, and I love them. Especially lately, I've been on a big, repetitive watch every single one of their episodes, and it's called Magnates Media, where it's a guy who talks about big Fortune 500 companies and where they started from. And I just watched an episode on the Pepsi Cola company, Red Bull.
I always love learning.
I love it so much. And the videos are a good length. They're 26 minutes to some Netflix where it's 40 minutes. I don't mind because he's so good at coming up with that.
Yeah.
And he actually now he offers a class where he teaches people just how he does what he does, how he does his research, and how he writes and stuff.
I'd be curious to watch.
So
that
I love
and
him. His name's Magnates Media. We'll plug him here. Seriously, guys, go check him out. I'm gonna go through.
I've always been curious, how those people get the information that they do in such a short period of time to create videos like that. Especially those YouTubers you see who cover things.
Oh yeah.
It's
There's a lot of YouTubers that are like that, which I'll watch because I love knowing how businesses run. But I always go back to his. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a timestamp, or not a timestamp, but I'm gonna put. Oh, it tilted. Oh, lower the mic. I'm gonna post a little time slot thing here where it's gonna be how many hours of the videos I've watched in the last week of his videos. I don't know how, I'm gonna have to go through my whole search history.
Mike is gonna be a pro. He can tell you about any.
No, seriously, I love it so much, and I've literally watched every single one of his videos. I think there's maybe a couple from the beginning of his channel, but go check him out. He's on YouTube, Magnates Media. It's MAGNATES Media, MEDIA. He's really cool. He's on YouTube. He's got a lot of followers, but he's super talented in informing people. Because here's the thing is there's videos I can watch on these businesses, but the structure he has for his videos is just so good.
Yeah.
The thing I was talking about, I was telling
Yeah,
Jacob about the Nazis creating Fanta. That was
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. The whole story of Coca-Cola is really cool.
I mean, they really did experiment back in their day. That's what they're known for.
I don't know if you know this, but Google offered, or Yahoo offered to buy Google multiple times. Multiple times, and it's crazy because if Google would have sold that to Yahoo, Yahoo.com, Yahoo Mail, all that stuff, it's crazy to think where it would be today. Because now Yahoo's kind of old people stuff. My email's Yahoo,
yeah,
but I like
it.
it.
Would have went downhill or been as successful.
You can watch all that stuff on their YouTube channel. It's awesome. I love stuff like that. Another rabbit hole I've been going down is I like to live my dreams through YouTube. So I've been watching a lot of van conversion videos. I go through this phase every 6 months where I just start watching van conversions. So let's see if it's in here.
Band or van?
Van, VAN.
Oh,
and van
okay.
conversions and turning vans into livable
Oh my God,
facilities.
yes. There's this girl I actually met. it was like a little brunch rave, and she gave me her Instagram. I've been watching her the past week. I think it's like Beehive Community or something like that. I'm sure some of the local viewers may even know about her. She's based out of Daytona, but she just got a new van, and she's been converting it so she can take it to all the raves and festivals. And I guess that's a good segue into my segment as well too. But it's just been incredible to just watch her, like within the past month, just come up with just, you know, the cabinets, putting the bed in, all the little details, and it's a nice van.
Well, go ahead. On that note, we'll go right into your topic. What you got?
On the note of festivals, so I thought I would tell you guys about some upcoming concerts and festivals for next year. Obviously, I'm sure all the festival goers who are into like metalcore or emo music know about Rockville. Rockville
Love
happens
Rockville.
every year.
Rockville's my favorite.
Yeah,
And this
Mikey
year's
was
gonna be
supposed to come.
Yeah, I
You're
was supposed
coming
to.
this year.
I'm
I'm
not missing this year. This year's
I'm
the
gonna
best.
drag him.
Well, here's the thing. The reason I didn't go this year or this past year was because there was a concert I was going to go to in Louisville, Kentucky, where all the people I wanted
Louder
to
Than
see.
Life, right?
Yeah, Louder Than Life. I love Louder Than Life. But I didn't go, but I'm going this year because this year is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Like
Last year was amazing
like,
in and of itself.
I don't mean to out
but-
myself, but I do love me some Weezer, and Weezer's going to be there this year.
Really? I didn't even see that on the lineup. There are so many great people on that lineup. It's insane. I struggled last year with like picking.
Oh, did I say Weezer? I meant Green Day.
Oh, Green Day is really
Green Day. Love
just
Green
as
Day.
good. But I really struggled that day, or like the 4 days, just picking the artists I wanted to see, because I wanted to see like 3 artists that were all playing at the same time. So that's definitely
That's
gonna
always the hardest part.
happen again
Choosing
this
which
year.
one you like best.
So not only is there Rockville, but they brought back Warped Tour. And I was able to snag a ticket, luckily.
Wow, that's got to be expensive.
Tier 1, guess how much?
1,200.
No.
More?
No.
Wait, what's tier 1? Is that like the?
Tier 1 is like the first one that came out.
Oh, then
So
like
it's
600.
like the cheapest. It's 2 days.
2 days, so is it some more?
No. Guess how much? One more try.
500.
No. 100 and
Whoa, that's cheap.
$150.
That's crazy. I was expecting it to be more because
I
they
think it was
sold
like
out.
160 with tax and everything and the fees. But
That's crazy. I
For
was
2
over.
days, and they haven't come. Granted, they haven't come out with the lineup.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's going to be insane.
Oh yeah.
Gosh.
Have you been to Earth Day Birthday before?
No, I haven't, but I've heard of it. They're always
should go to Earth Day
promoting it
Birthday.
on
I love Earth Day Birthday.
JRR.
Yeah, on the radio stations.
But I know Never Shout Never has been alluding to playing Warped Tour. And I heard from a little birdie that Linkin Park will also be
Ooh.
there. So, I don't know.
I know it's a
we haven't-
controversial one.
Yeah, it is. They'll be at Rockville, too.
Really?
They will,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, no, I won't miss this year. This year.
It'll be interesting to see.
Well,
the
so
new
I always
singer.
camp. Every time I go, I bought all my tickets, and I just ended up not being able to go.
Yeah, it's okay.
I camp every time I go to Rockville. Alex, did you go with me to Rockville once, or? Charlie did. Charlie worked Rockville, though. No, I went with Ethan. Ethan came with
So
me.
Rockville's in May, and then Warped Tour, I believe, is in November. But as far as like smaller events in this area that are coming up very soon for the next like probably 3 or so months, we have a lot going on in Orlando. We have the Abbey. Some of you guys may know Catch Your Breath.
Yeah,
They're more like, I would say, metalcore. I know as far as their lineup, If Not For Me will be there as well. They're also
That
a
sounds
great
familiar.
one. I'm sure you've heard of them. But I was surprised they're playing at the Abbey in Orlando February 20th. So I'll definitely be there. And then I was looking at the House of Blues just today. And
I haven't looked at any House
so
of Blues.
Mikey and I went to go see Animals as Leaders. If you guys watched
Yeah.
a couple episodes back, we had Fred with us. That was phenomenal. That was an amazing performance. But there's this band called Intervals. And
I know them, yeah.
they sound very similar to Polini and Animals as Leaders. They don't really sing in any of their songs. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the ones I listened to, there were no vocals. It was just like mostly guitar and drums. But phenomenal. Just phenomenal pieces of art and music. And then that is March 25th. So that's a little ways away. I guess all of these, like, besides the Catch Your Breath, February 20th.
I wonder. I want you to see. I don't know. I don't think you saw them before. but I want you to see Taking Back Sunday, and I think they're
I
going to
really
be,
want to see them as well.
because I saw them in Cocoa Village and I saw them in House of Blues, but I think they're going to go back to House of Blues sometime next year.
Okay.
So maybe we
I'll
can
have to
do an
look out
episode
for
like that.
And then April 28th, House of Blues again in Orlando. While she sleeps, Bury
I know them.
Tomorrow, and Vendetted.
I know Vendetta, and I know
Vendetted is really good. We
cannot stop
both
hitting this
saw them
mic.
at Bullet for My Valentine.
Love Bullet for My Valentine.
Yeah.
We saw them at Hard Rock, right?
Yes, we
We
did.
saw
That
them at
was
Hard Rock
amazing.
at City Walk, which, oh my gosh,
That,
talk about
honestly,
an amazing
I'm
theater.
pretty sure that was like my first real.
You crowd surfed for the
show.
first time, right?
That was my first real show. Yeah, first real show. I've been to like a bigger concert, like the Chainsmokers or like a country concert, but that was like my first show. And it was amazing.
The biggest concert I think I've ever been to, like most amount of people, was I saw Harry Styles at Madison Square Garden. That's why I have the tattoo I have here.
That must have been
But
amazing.
dude, and I got so it was at the time when I was working for Disney. They purchased the tickets for me to go to a single show I wanted to see. So I went and I got floor seats, and the claim to
that's
fame
nice.
is he spit water on me during Kiwi, which was
Mikey loved
yeah,
that.
dude, best
he
thing
opened
ever.
his mouth for
Yeah,
that
oh
one.
my gosh, okay, that's too much. But no, he's a really good performer. Like, here's the thing is it wasn't until I saw that I really was into Harry Styles and his music, and he was really good. He's got a lot of good music. He does a lot of his own writing, and then the next day, because Harry Styles did something like 32 days straight of playing at the Madison Square Garden and sold out every single night.
I think I'd go crazy.
Imagine about that.
Playing the-
So
Did
it
he
was
change
almost
up the
32.
set? Or no?
No, he didn't.
My goodness.
But he did, I think it was like 12 days, then 21 Pilots played, and then he did another 10 days, and then it was Lizzo, and then it was like 12 more days, and then that he ended. But then he did that. He only did his concert in 4 cities. He did it in Austin, Texas, I think, L.A., Madison Square Garden, in Chicago.
So did he play like the same amount of time at those other locations? How do you have like enough people to go and see? Like, what was the venue size? Like, was it
Madison
not
Square
big
Garden's huge. Madison Square Garden, let's see. How many seats are in Madison Square Garden? And Madison Square Garden is in the round, so it's every seat's filled.
That's
How many seats are in
crazy.
Madison Square Garden?
Like, how do you find that many people to come and watch you for like a month straight?
19,812 seats plus the floor. So add another 3,000.
That's insane.
So like something like 23,000.
Surprised that isn't like some world record.
Oh no, I think he does hold a record for the most continuous nights performing at Madison Square Garden. I think he does have a world record for that. But no, I love music. Music's really music really is so
It's a
important.
big part of our lives, as we always say.
Well, for our last topic, we're going to talk about something else that's one of our favorites. We're going to talk about which is our favorite holiday movie for the Christmas time.
So I would have to go with like the classics, like Charlie Brown, The Grinch. I don't know. Those are always just like
Unpopular
it reminds
opinion.
me of my childhood.
Unpopular opinion, hate Charlie Brown. Hate it. So not good. Like, obviously, it's a great message for kids. Do not like Charlie Brown.
What? Why?
I don't like him. Same reason I don't like Caillou.
I think it's cute.
I don't like bald kids. Don't like bald kids. No, I don't know what it is. There's just some, I don't know. And here's the thing. It has nothing to do with the dating of it.
What about you don't like the animation style, maybe?
No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the animation style. I just don't like it. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm more of like, at that time, I was more of like a Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry type kid.
Okay.
But I don't know. There's just something about Charlie Brown. It kind of pisses me off. I don't know what it is. He just pisses me off. He's very righteous. I don't know.
Sit next to the Grinch over here.
Yeah, no. I do like the Grinch though. I love
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
live action Grinch is pretty good. I like the live
Oh
action
yeah. You know what's crazy is the girl who played Cindy Lou. I forget her name.
Grinch. Yeah.
She's not like a rock star, and I know she.
Yeah, I've
but
seen something about
before
that.
she even, I think it's called Pretty Reckless, and she's touring with AC/DC. And
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's very crazy. They'll be AC/DC will be on tour in the U.S. next year with them. They're in the UK right now, but it's just crazy to watch her go from like little Cindy Lou to Gossip Girl. Gossip Girl, her character was very edgy.
Oh, I heard about
And
that. Yeah.
She was more like,
I kind of like Gossip Girl. I'm not gonna lie.
I love
Gossip Girl's pretty
Gossip
good.
Girl.
It's pretty good.
I could watch it forever. But yeah, it's just weird like seeing her go from her acting career into a music career, and she's phenomenal, I personally think. But it's really sick to see her out there touring with AC/DC. That's
Oh, yeah.
legendary.
Now, okay. So I have like kind of a top 3 thing. So what would your top 3 be?
Probably The Grinch.
Live
Probably-
action or like animated?
That's a hard one because
Live
the live
action all the
action
way.
is really good.
I love Jim
Probably
Carrey.
live action. The live action, and then have to do Charlie Brown. And I'm trying to think of another one. What's that movie called? That Home
Alone?
Home Alone, yes.
So my top 3 is number 1, Elf. Love Elf. Could quote it start to finish. Love the movie Elf with Will
That
Ferrell.
one is really funny.
And I didn't know until I watched New Girl that Zoe Deschanel is Jovi, like his love interest.
oh.
And she looks nothing like herself. And it's crazy. I wouldn't. Hi, Josie. Speaking of Yo-E's, in a minute, yes, in a minute. So Elf, number 1. Number 2, probably Christmas Vacation, like Lampoon Christmas Vacation.
That one is good.
There's so many quotable
Yeah.
lines, like you have cousin Eddie standing outside butt naked, and he's like, "Shitter's full." That one's good. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, kiss my ass, kiss his ass, and then what's another one? Just him going on.
You know what I saw, actually? I just remembered. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I'm cutting Mikey off. Actually, in the Elf, you know the man who was in the red tracksuit that looked like Santa? That actually, when they were
It was a
filming
homeless guy, right?
it was, I don't know if he was actually homeless, but I know he was just like an ongoer, like just walking
Yeah.
in New York.
Because you could
and-
tell from his reaction.
Yeah. And I guess that's what they really wanted in the movie was like real
Dude, the soundtrack for that
reactions.
movie was amazing.
Yeah.
And my third favorite is probably, oh man, it's probably either Polar Express.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
It's either Polar Express or Christmas Story. Christmas Story is really good. It's got a lot of quotable moments, but Polar Express, you know, there's just something about it. The uneasiness of it is
Yeah.
like how hyper realistic the people look, and it just is. It's really good.
It
I
was
was
very
gonna.
interestingly like filmed. Like,
Yeah, very 3D. It was like the first time they were releasing 3D completely. I was gonna say the Spider-Man No Way Home, because No Way Home takes
I don't
place.
think I've seen that one.
The one with you haven't, like the newest Spider-Man. Ooh, I'm not gonna spoil anything. It's
Okay.
really cool. We're gonna have to watch that. We're gonna set it up. But it does take place. It takes place at the end of Halloween, kind of like Thanksgiving, Christmas time in New
Okay.
York. But yeah, I love Christmas movies. Last year I didn't get to watch any, so this year I made sure I watched
I
a
feel
bunch.
like every year I really want to watch like either a Halloween movie or a Thanksgiving movie, and I tell myself I'm gonna watch it, and then I never do.
Yeah.
So I need to do that before Christmas.
I
Maybe
love
that's
my
what I'll do
Christmas
tomorrow.
rom-coms, my Hallmarks, my
Yeah.
Lifetime movies. Well, this episode, yeah, I guess we're gonna call it here. It's been a fun episode. We had a lot of people on today. A lot of people. We had Jacob. We had Serenity. We had Biggie. We had Josh. I mean, you can't go wrong. We had Kate make a small appearance. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Mitra, Armandal. We love it. It's seriously, you can't go wrong. Amardal is just, it's a really great new drink. It's coming
Yeah.
out.
And
We have it here at Nocturne Teas.
it's strong.
It's strong. Like how we talk about Tiave strong, it's Tiave strong. But the difference is Tiave is not extract. This is extract. And come
Yeah.
get yourself
It's a great price too.
yeah, come get yourself a bottle of it. They just had their launch party last night. We're really excited.
Yeah.
January 6th, if you tune in, we're going to have a special episode where we interview one of the two owners. And so come on out, guys. Come out anytime you want for any episodes. We do it every single Monday night. We're going to be traveling to maybe a kava bar near you starting in January, February. And we're going to be on the road a lot. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, super excited.
We got a lot of good stuff. I just set up, yesterday, I set up 3 more episodes for the month of May and April.
Killing it, guys. He's killing it.
We're gonna call it here, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching, tuning in. You guys can see this if you're watching it live. You guys can see it. It'll be posted up on Friday. Hopefully, I'll be having episode 14 out before episode 15 comes out. If not, we'll just have an unreleased episode. You know, save it for the real ones.
We'll start knocking on Spectrum stores.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. I'm your host, Mikey, too.
And I'm your co-host, Lauren Olivia.
See you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Cool.
Good show. Good show.